Great morning, guys. A great morning to all of those who tuned into the realest thing coming out of Guyana to the world. So, today we'll be discussing a number of issues. Morning, Rose. Chandra, good morning. Suzanne, good morning. Rajendra, good morning. Joseph, morning, buddy. Yes, so I got your video, Joseph. Thank you for your video. Miami underwater. So, it's not Guyana alone, it's the world over. Irene, good morning. Paul, a good morning to you. Leah, Taboo, a great morning to you. Yeah, so, we'll go through some of the issues this morning. One that is very jarring, to look at when you're going through the news is the fact that a driver drove through a police roadblock and killed a policewoman. So this is a police constable lost her life last night. Had her leg totally severed. I'm going to read the police report for you guys. Now, to give you a gauge of where this happened in front of the BV police station. This happened after a traffic light. So a traffic light suggests that we're at a junction. You're not only at a junction where you're supposed to slow down and proceed with caution, even if it got a green light. You're passing a police station. That is how the drivers in this country have no care. I continue to talk about the roadblocks because I don't know why. I try to understand the purposefulness of them, but from time to time you see in the news that roadblocks net drugs and catch drivers and keep them in check. So a roadblock in front of a police station, in light of the fact that the driving mannerisms and attitude of Guyanese, is well deserving. But this, let me get the police report for you. Robert, good morning to you. Christiana, good morning. Jays, good morning. Jenny, good morning to you. So let me get the police report for you. First, let me show you the scene. You have a look at the scene and then you get a better understanding of what's going on. I ain't too comfortable seeing this whole thing. So this rank here, her leg is severed. I ain't too comfortable watching this whole thing. So we'll skip to certain parts. And we go from here. This is the scene just after the accident. This is madness. This is crazy.
She moving. Don't move, she can't move, she.
A number of female ranks were injured. This is the scene immediately after. So let me explain to you. And this is one of the things I continue to see the police stopping people on the road. in incoming traffic, not in the corner. If you look at videos all around the world, people stand up on the road carrying the police there with them. From time to time, people just run into them on the road. So the police has to practice safety when doing certain things. And when you read the police report, you realize that it stopped a couple cars up on the road. But what you're looking at here is a traffic light. You see the lights of the vehicles? So those vehicles are heading in the westward direction. They're coming to Georgetown, what you're looking at there. Right? They're coming to Georgetown. So this vehicle that caused this accident should have stopped at the traffic light here. Failed to recognize the traffic light. This is in the front of a police station. This car, this white car that you're seeing here is presently in front of a police station, at the entrance for the police station. Let me show you. Let me just go back a little. This woman inspector is lying on the road in front of the entrance to the police station. She was hit and pitched. Now bear in mind, she come out for protect you. This happened in front the police station. Now I read the police report. No name, no driver. No name for the driver. I know why the special treatment with the driver now. So let's go to the police report. Fatal accident at Betavawaktin. Female police Annette Abel dies as speeding vehicle slams into her at roadblock operation. That's the header. This was issued about 6:58 this morning. Woman Constable 25953, Annette Abel, a 53-year-old of Lot 64, Port Village, Maikoni, East Coast Demerara, and attached to the Betavawaktin Police BV Police Station Traffic Department, lost her life while on duty last night as she and her colleagues were manning a roadblock outside of the BV Police Station. She came out with other colleagues to protect you and lost her life. I'm hoping the Guyana Police Force will compensate her and her family adequately, because nobody deserves to lose their life like that. She is 53 years of age, obviously a mother, the daughter of someone, the wife of someone, and is not deserving of the fate that was met out to her. Because I can tell you, in her wildest dreams yesterday, she would not have thought her day or her life would have ended at the end of that day. Now I'm asking for a thorough investigation and the full extent of the law met out to whoever is responsible. Because from all indications, the driver came through the traffic light. I continue with the police statement. Constable Abel was struck down after the driver of a speeding Jeep jumped the traffic light, lost control of his vehicle, and plowed into her and other colleagues at the roadblock at around 22 hours last night, Thursday. So when the police said jump the traffic light, it would have had to be a red light. You don't jump a green light. The light would have to tell you to stop, and for the police to have considered that you have jumped the light, it would have had to be a red light. Now, again, look at where the traffic light is. This is the traffic light here. Right here to our right is the police station. Let me go back again. That is actually the compound where it seems that they are in front of GT&T's entrance, a little way from the police station, but this is obliquely actually in front of the police station. So this is the compound, the vehicle, this is the BV road, this is the traffic light. So yes, it is the station entrance. It is the entrance. There's another bridge parallel in close proximity is the GT&T compound. If you all know BV, the corner of BV and the highway, BV Main Road and the highway is the police station. And just next to that is the Betafawaktin GT&T office. So, but the bridges are close. So you're watching at the traffic light here. He jumped this traffic light. You could imagine the speed he would have come in through to leave a scene like this. Look at this. Now, you want to know how people flying, what going on with people? Look at this. I just noticed this. You see that there? That's part of the uniform of the officer that's on the ground. Imagine she closed fire off. Imagine how hard she was hit and pelt. You imagine the speed and velocity you gotta be going for your clothes fly off? Fly off your body? It is so heavy. So to make sure we have it correct, this is the Jeep, the Moto Jeep PVV. The police said in their statement. Moto Jeep. The tragic accident involved Moto Jeep PVV 8278. So this is the Jeep in question that we're talking about, right? Just as we go through the accident. So several vehicles were hit. By the way, these vehicles that were hit were stopped by police. And I will read in the statement and we'll go back through the video. For whatever reasons at that hour of the night. The police were conducting an exercise. And we buy with his vehicle, the side he coming through, traffic light and everything else.
They kill the police.
So, let me read. Let me show this, man. This is so depressing. Right? You got somebody lie down there. You got somebody else lie down on the face here. One body lie down here on the face, one body lie down here. Right? This gives us an understanding. It's sad that so much is about video, but it gives us an understanding of what's going on. If we didn't have this video footage, we wouldn't have a good picture of what's going on, because you start to speculate if you don't have evidence. So, Constable Abel was struck down after driver of speeding vehicle Jeep jumped the traffic light, lost control of his vehicle, plowed into her and other colleagues at the roadblock at around 22 hours last night, Thursday. The tragic accident involved Moto Jeep PVV 8278, driven by 44-year-old man from Front Road. I don't know why they have not stated his name. Do they know his name, or did they not know his name? Right? It is a matter of fact. One woman has died. We know her name, Constable Abel. Others have been injured. Their names all listed here. So, the driven by 44-year-old man from Front Road, East Rumvelt, Georgetown, and occupants, a 46-year-old female of Sophia, of Ayfield South Sophia, a 75-year-old male from East Rumvelt, Georgetown, motor car. This is the involvement. The 75-year-old man and the 46-year-old would have been occupants of the Jeep PVV 82. So imagine you got a big 75-year-old man driving with a 44-year-old, driving like a fucking madman. You understand? And this little brat from Shizo, 46-year-old female of Sapphire. So you got two people older than the driver, but can't guide. All of them should be charged. This adds up to murder. And what the laws have to change, I think the laws have already changed. It should be changed for things like this to be vehicular manslaughter, murder. A 75-year-old male of East Rumville, Georgetown, motor car PNN driven by 24-year-old of North Better Hope, East Coast Demerara, motor car PAB 9932 driven by 30-year-old of Buxton, East Coast Demerara, and pedestrians, woman constable 25953 Annette Abel, and woman inspector Shanae Castello, the inspector in charge at BV Police Station. Imagine the inspector there overseeing what's going on, you know. Investigation disclosed that there was a roadblock at the southern carriageway, on the southern carriageway of the public road in front of the BV Police Station. The southern carriageway is on the same side with BV Police Station coming down. If you know East Coast, you got two major highways. There's a partition in the middle of the road, the southern side, in front of the police station. The roadblock was commanded by Woman Inspector Castello, assisted by Corporal 21289 Kishan Collins. Hold for me. Hey, morning.
Good morning, boss. Get some fine stuff we need for the shock at the back to finish it today. I did the request. The girl said we don't have money as yet, so I'll let you know that.
How much money is it?
She got a call. Let me let her call and I'll let you know.
Roger that. Just give me an excuse, guys. Oh my God, life, a serious life outside of this is gotta deal with.
Hello?
Yes. Yes, son. What happened?
What happened?
The office needs petty cash and the work time for Tupui group is 7:30. You need to wake up 7 o'clock and be down there for 7:30. Don't let me get talk to you about it again.
I went to the airport.
I understand that all of this is a part of life. Just like how you go out in the night and party, 7:30 is work time. Oh, fuck who you went away, Bendo. What got going on? What's going on here? They bring out the next report? Oh, the same report, Raja. So, yeah. Back to this. So, the tragic involved, blah, 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 coming through. Investigation disclosed that the roadblock on the southern carriageway on the public road in front of the Betterfor Acton police station. The roadblock was commanded by Woman Inspector Castello, assisted by Corporal Collins, Lance Corporal Janelle Jonas, Woman Constable Annette Abel, Constable Brian Tappin, and Constable Wayne Daniels. Right? While on duty, Woman Constable Abel stopped motor car PAB 9932 and PNN 8124, which were proceeding west on the southern driving lane of the southern carriageway. Both of the vehicles were pulled left. There's a thing I can't say because those vehicles look like they were halfway of the road for me. Let's go back to it. If you get hit, you're somehow going to come to the car now. Because if you was in the car now, no. You can't get hit in the car now and come out on the road. Let me see this. Right? So look at where these cars are. Right? Look at that car positioning. You can't get hit. Yes, St. Ellis.
Yes, sir. She say around 30,000.
Okay. Paul is coming there to replenish the petty cash.
Okay, good. Thanks a lot.
Safe. You got it on me. You see how these little things are slow progress? We got something for up on a truck and $30,000 billion company. So look at this vehicle. Look at where these vehicles are. This here is the line, seems to be the line. This looks like in the middle of the road. No, this is the corner. This is the corner. Right? So obviously
they kill the police there.
so this is a I'm trying to get an angle, man. I'm trying to get an angle. So these vehicles were pulled to the left, but they weren't in the corner. When this one done hit and turn over, they were pulled to the left. You see this broken line? This is actually the middle of the road. So these vehicles there, this is actually the middle of the road. So they were pulled to the left. So a thorough investigation have to really go into fact finding and fault finding. That mean no driver could come through the traffic light. But clearly they said it was in the car and they said they were pulled to the left. And every day you drive down the road, you see police stop people on the road in a lane of traffic. You pull them to the corner. Police are excited, forget for the people. Right? Let me continue reading the police report. Them vehicle then. You see these broken lines here? Watch this. You see the line there? Solid line that's up on the car now. Right? Broken lines. This car, they're crossing in the middle of the road. Now what I'm saying, if you went in the car now, and you get hit out, you come halfway. And how they operate, obviously there wasn't any car now. You got to consider your safety also. And the police have to get training in that capacity. Your safety. Right? Let me hear the police statement. Now, let me make nothing up. Me tell you what I see there. And what makes sense and what makes sense. Both the vehicles pulled left and were stationary when motor jeep So whilst on duty, Woman Constable Abel stopped moto car PAB 9932 and PNN 8124. I'm glad for. Unfortunately, she's lost her life. But I'm glad to understand, you know, if you're like you got PAB's fairly new car, where you stop the car, you look at the vehicles, where you stop them for? Right? Get an understanding of, you know, how the inner workings of the Guyana police force work. When proceeding west on the southern driving lane of the southern carriageway, both the vehicles were pulled left. There's a car now. And were stationary when motor jeep, which was proceeding in the same direction and lane at a fast rate of speed. They said left and lane. So they stopped two cars on the road, the left side lane of the road. Listen to this. Both vehicles pulled left and were stationary when motor jeep, which was proceeding in the same direction and lane. So in the police statement, they accept left on the road. So this man come from back and licked through everybody, which was proceeding in the same direction and lane at a fast rate of speed. We gotta get a whiteboard in here and me start showing you, because there are two lanes coming to Georgetown. They pull over the lane left, man coming from the same lane. And if you look at how the vehicles hit, let's look at that. This one is hit from the back. That one is hit from the front and the back. So he run into the back of the white car. The white car was obviously in front. The black car at the back. Both of them stopped in a traffic lane. And the jeep come from the back, hit the inside back, hits the inside back and turns turtle. Hit them into one and he turned turtle right there, pitching the police. You see this car? He been in front. Police stop car, middle of the road. Madman driving, coming down, jump traffic light, and he gone through. Just to give you an understanding of what's going on. It's not all the cases. They got some cases, everybody got get blamed. Both of the vehicles were pulled left and were stationary when the motor jeep, there is a car now. And they know why there's a car. There wasn't in the car now. There was in the damn middle of the road. Watch the line here. You see the line there? That's in the middle of the road. They were in a lane. When they get hit now, you understand? Car hit, the one come from the back. Both vehicles were pulled left and were stationary when motor jeep, which was proceeding in the same direction and lane at a fast rate of speed, approached the traffic light. Signal situated at the junction, traffic light signal situated at the junction of Republic Drive, Betavawactin, and the East Coast Highway. At the time, the traffic signal was in working order and showed red in his direction. Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning, Mr. Critic.
Yes, ma'am. How can I help you?
I'm from Borby. Like 4 nights ago, something similar like that happened to us. We were going down the lane to 45 Village.
Yeah.
And while we going, we thought it was donkeys middle of the road. But when we get closer, was police middle of the road, no light, nothing to indicate that there are human beings middle of the road. And I'm very sorry that this accident had to happen like this, but you are right, they need safety, they need training. You can't just be middle
Ma'am,
of the road.
if I must say, if I must add to what you're saying, the reason I'm speaking about this, my car presently have damages that I attained through driving through a roadblock.
Yes.
I driving coming from Borbies at, is which one got the roadblock at Borbies there?
I think it's Tane.
Teen? No man, over this one side.
Quarantine area.
No, not quarantine, over this one side, region 5.
No, well, I don't know much.
They got a roadblock, you always gotta go through. When you left my Coney going up.
Well, I don't know, so I'm not familiar from that side.
Okay, so I driving at night coming down. Rain pouring tail. I doing barely but 40. Right? Because me seeing, I can't see, and me light down, I can't, my wiper walking, and water coming. And when I watch the front, sir, is the roadblock, the metal thing, no light, no nothing. The thing lick up, broke out me one side mirror, lick up the car, crack a windscreen.
Same thing. Well, we didn't crash because we didn't go with all that speed, but...
No, but it's not speed. I ain't hit, like, I hit it, right? But I couldn't avoid it, I ain't seeing.
Correct. It's
No light, no nothing.
It need the police force need to do a better job within it. It's very serious. It's very serious. We could,
All right,
we
ma'am.
could lose our life. Okay, have a one.
I'm glad that you're alive and well, though.
Yes.
And always remember to be cautious in the road. Talk to the driver. You was driving?
No.
Well, you talk to the drivers. When the driver, if you see the speed and thing, talk to them.
Yeah.
We're responsible for our own lives.
Correct.
All right, ma'am.
Same to you. Bye.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, Critic morning. Well done.
Well, Dad. I lick out the road, that thing what is got in front there. By the time I mash the brakes, well, I hit it. Yeah, you know, I hit it. Thing spin wrong, dent to the side of the car and all kind of thing. Well, Dad. I've had that experience. And then I drive down the road and I see police stopping people in the middle of the road and they there on the road, on the middle of the lane. How you could stop on the highway, major highway, stopping people? You pull them over into the car now. You got to consider you safety for. You can't tell me what safety. You know nothing but safety. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, brother.
Yeah, brother.
You know, I just called to highlight to you the situation is ongoing with the road work from Hope Bay all the way to get into Mahika. Now, you have these Chinese contractor that is working here, right, on different intervals. Right now, there are about 4 to 5 different spots from Hope all the way to Unity. And these men are working there, brother, and they hold up the traffic, different intervals. Sometimes you stay...
I'll follow up with it again today. I spoke to I got to follow up with the minister again today with it.
Yeah, but what I'm glad for you to do for me, right? If you get a time and if you could highlight it, there is no police presence there to monitor this traffic. Sometimes they're there for hour, 2 hours, and then they're gone.
All right. I'll bring it up with the commander immediately.
Good, my brother. Thank you very much.
So we continue with this issue here. And again, I'm working on a structure for be able to go through news stories, but something like this is very important. This is becoming a national issue. You understand? A mother and a daughter and a wife lose your life. Our policemen and women should not be losing their life like this. Whether you're lacking the understanding and the training, because this is total nonsense. This is total nonsense what it's doing. The driver lost control of the vehicle, struck down woman Constable Abel in motor car. Struck down woman Constable Abel into motor car. Struck. Not nobody, no. Struck woman Constable Abel into motor car. That's how she foot became severed. Into motor car PAB 9932, which then collided with motor car. You see what I tell you? Oh, my mama. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Critic.
Yeah, buddy, be quick about it.
Our morning guy was talking about the construction on the road that the police should be there to manage the traffic.
What's going? You come for regurgitate.
That should be under the contractor should get somebody to control.
Well, they do have people there, but people think police should be doing the traffic thing.
All right, man.
Roger. Yeah. So you see what I'm telling you? The black car been behind the white car. It seems from what this is saying, the police constable now was walking around behind the car. The man come and hit you and lick everybody upside down. They were around these vehicles. The driver lost control of his vehicle and struck woman Constable Abel into motor car PAB 9932, which then collided with motor car PNN 8124. The latter vehicle, PNN 2184, then spun and collided with woman Inspector Costello and one of the drivers, Chris Allen, who were all flung into the air. Woman Constable Abel landed about 20 feet away on the road surface with her left foot severed below the knee. Woman Inspector Critchlow and Chris Allen landed on the southern grass parapet. They all received injuries on their bodies, while the motor jeep turned turtle on the southern grass parapet. The EMT was summoned and the woman Constable Abel was pronounced dead at the scene. The occupants of the jeep all received injuries and were escorted to Georgetown Public Hospital with the woman inspector. Right? So you understand what I'm going on? White car here, stop up front, pan the road. Black car. Let me show you. So we start from here, up the road. The woman constable get pitched up the road, 20 feet up the road. Right? Let me get this correct. She's here. The operation going on here. Them this hole in the head. That's the next thing, the training and understanding how to deal with situations which involves trauma. How do you deal with it? What kind of training they have? Everybody holding the head. Them are police. They're supposed to know. Them to know. The citizens they know. Them to know. Video man there. Nobody was able to run. People are don't touch the lady. But you got to see she has a pulse. And you can't have somebody lying on her face. This woman lying on her face. This one get up. He now get up. But this woman is lying on her face. Is she suffocating? This is total ignorance. The inspector's there. Is she suffocating? She's lying on her. Oh, don't touch. She breathing. Does she have a blockage? Is anything by her nose? All of these things have to be looked. These people don't have training. Nobody, you know. How me could watch this right away and know? Mommy? Hi, Ma.
What's up?
You're going to see me after lunch today. I'd tied up.
All right, bye-bye.
Love you. Yeah, so how this woman might be suffocating for all you know. And when you try not to move people, they said don't move injured people before they become more injured. Right? What you do is you put them in a position. You don't arch them, because if you got broken ribs, you could puncture internal organs. If your ribs break, you could puncture internal organs, you could puncture your lungs and so on. But if you're moved in a position, maybe to your side or to lay on your back, that was not a problem. But obviously, someone can't be left on their face. You can't leave someone on their face. You have to see what is under there. You see what's going on at the back. You can't say, oh, the ambulance will come, she's okay. If something is stuck in her, in front. You have to see what is the present situation. You don't pick her up and move her per se, pick her up to move her. Because when the EMTs come, the first thing, now again, this rule applies to the regular citizen who doesn't know anything what is going on. But in the police got training for know how to address these situations. Bare ignorance. I'm hoping this opens up an investigation that would see, some policy changes being made to ensure safety and proper training for police officers. Yeah. I have a health and safety officers that on truck and all them things to know. They got toolbox tax with all the work, and who talking to the Guyana police force? Being a police is a risky business. On my work site, there's a controlled environment. We still have accidents. On a controlled environment where you try to control everything. When I go and lift something with the crane, you got a lift plan. You know exactly how you're going to do, what you're going to do, and still things go wrong. How you could have members of the Guyana police, no training, no nothing. All they do is to stop people and check people. There's all the training you're giving them. You can stop in the middle, right? There in any middle, any road. You stop people because they're dangerous. Because they're driving drunk and all this. You there 10 o'clock at night. On the road, stand up on the road. There's madness. What you think because you got on blue clothes or brown clothes, you big and bad? That is madness. That is the definition for madness. Coming out looking for mad people. People with DUI driving while speeding and think you acting oblivious to the fact of the dangers, and you are the person stopping and looking for people acting dangerously. Well, this is the end result of that. When police stop you, you pull them to the corner. I've seen videos outside on YouTube. People in the corner, man, come and lick them off the road corner. Sad situation here for woman Constable Abel. This foolie. Hello, good morning.
Mr. Rodriguez.
Yes, brother.
How are you doing?
All right. How can I help you?
Yes, son, we got telly together. We hanging out the other day, but we on different accounts, so we ain't really catching up as of lately.
May I understand what you're talking about?
You remember you told me last time we spoke to call after Wednesday?
What have to do for you? Tell me.
Oh, you said we were to talk better.
No, what is it we talking about? I talk to hundreds of people all the time. That's what I'm telling you.
Oh, sure.
Don't consider yourself to be the most important person I've spoken to in the recent times. Where's it?
Yeah, indeed. I was telling you that I'm looking to invest in some products to sell right to tell you here at
buy here. I there in over my head right now. I can't make it for help you right now. I there in over my head right now. You understand? So you ain't got left me out of the for now. And I want to promise you, tell you well a time and again and all them things now. Right?
Yeah.
Safe, brother. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this fool here is the man who stripped the two Venezuelans. Right? And he received multiple charges from the police. Y'all watch his face. Let me hear some of the charges where they're digging he for his stupidity. Peter Salman slapped with several charges. In relation to the incident of two persons being forced to strip naked, Ahmad Ali, a 37-year-old joiner of Peter Sal, East Bank Demerara, yes, was arrested earlier this month following circulation of a video on social media of two Venezuelan nationals being coerced to say they were thieves and then instructed to strip naked and walk down the road. Ali was charged today, Thursday, that is yesterday, with the offenses, the following offenses. 2 counts of using a computer system to publish the image of a private area of a person, contrary to section 16.2a of the Cybercrime Act of 2018, committed on Luigi Hernandez and Kilimar Astildo, S-T-U-D as a dildo or something like that. are still do, right? Respectively, assault, causing actually bodily harm, contrary to Section 49 of the Criminal Law Offences Act, Chapter 801, assault contrary to... So he gets enough charge. He was released on $200,000 bail, cybercrime $40,000 bail, harm and assault for $20,000. Yes. This jackass took the law into his own hands and he paid the price. You guys have to learn from that. Right? Glen Lall. So, all is on Glen Lall's mind is oil. Glen Lall is so stupid and deluded. Nobody pays attention to this. Now, we are in a situation where there's much unease in Guyana. If Venezuela gets its way, Guyana will have no oil. Glen Lall will only get oil in the hole. That's what Glen Lall get. Oil in the hole. The only oil that's going to be in Guyana going to be coming out of Glen Lall hole. Yes, I'm going there. But Glen Lall, in his madness, want to talk about oil. Oil, the bad deal, nothing we will not have if Venezuela has its way. And you understand when you see things like this, when a man becomes out of touch with a society. Because Venezuela wants the same thing that Glen Lall wants. Guyana's newfound resources. He paper two things, bottom absent of a petroleum commission is recipe for resource course. Christopher Ram. Christopher Ram, the Yarde Ram? Ram. Them man and answer, we got to come together and deal with Venezuela, then we could come back and deal with oil. Nothing will be left. All the oil and the resources that we get are part of what Venezuela want to get access to. It don't make sense. And you in looking at this paper, you become aware of how deluded, how maddening is Glen Lall pursuit. It's madness. At this time, now it's two things. At this time, Venezuela is going to hold a referendum on the 3rd of December in Venezuela. They've started gaining momentum. The Venezuelan government and the opposition are both on the same page with this, inciting the Venezuelan people to suggest Essequibo is there. All these things that we are talking about, our oil blocks and everything, will cease to exist if Venezuela gets its way. Why then Glen Lall is acting in the way he's acting? You'd believe he drinks some of this fucking oil. The only oil we're gonna left if Venezuela get it way is the oil coming out of Glen Lall hole. It makes no sense. This is madness. Is this who you are? Are you a silly person? Why would you read a paper? Does this make sense? In other news, and I gotta leave. Miami today, yesterday evening. Right? So just so you know, it's not Guyana alone. First world country all the latest and greatest infrastructure development that they have? Yes. What's this about?
They have extracted.
I gotta do a special episode on this. Don't worry this. The fact-finding mission find Brian Max. Let me show. I can't make up these things. Brian Max.
They have extracted
the president of Ghana's highest look.
What these people?
Not supportive of us.
Just I have a lady here from the recently about a young girl that was being raped and sex. There's so many things. Well, if I begin to talk about it, I would definitely get past.
No, but the fact-finding mission come for talk, auntie. If I begin to talk, there's so many things. Where is a PNC? The level of stupidity expressed by PNC supporters is unsurpassed. There's so many things. That girl was raped and the fact-finding mission, you gotta write down things, you gotta get information, you gotta get evidence. It's the same thing opposition go to American do. We here in the Senate, do you have any evidence? No. Here the machine get worked up. Here it is. This is what it's got to deal with. The fact-finding mission. Here's Conte.
We are being left behind. Our voices are not being heard. And there is...
No, an Amerindian lady coming and said left behind. Who left Amerindian people more back than the PNC? Did PNC ever give a land title to these Amerindian people? You know if the PNC ever gave them a land title? Hey, devious and conniving. Here's a story here.
So many issues that happen in the indigenous community that never reach the day of life. Even if it reaches the government agencies and the lawyers, everything. I know about one community that had 7 murders within 1 week and nothing has ever been done about it. My own nephew.
So, black people or Indian people going into Amerindian people and killing people? She knows about 7 murders happening in the Amerindian community in 1 week. It's who killed them? Government people? Black people? Indian people? Portuguese people killing her? If I killing her yourself, what do you do with me? Where want me to come and stand up in between Aaron boy look like a fucking shield? This is the kind of ignorance. This is what the fact-finding mission finding. They got more.
You was killed by a doctor and nothing was ever done about it. So these are the kind of discrimination that we indigenous people.
She getting discriminated. Somebody was killed by a doctor. Thank God you live in America. Just call it malpractice in the worst case. It's not discrimination or murder. If the doctor is wrong, it's malpractice. Because people die. They killed by the doctor. This is where you got. This was the fact-finding mission dealing with.
And not only that, our young people, our young women, there was a case recently about a young girl that was being raped and sex. There's so many things.
There's so many things. There's a case recently of a young girl being raped. Yeah? It's a surprise in the Amerindian community after all the incest that goes on and those. It's a surprise. Raping them. She come out for tag, but rape? All right. I listen. But this is where the fact-finding mission turn up.
If I begin to talk about it, I would definitely get passionate. But I would just like to say to you that there are other people other than people who live in the city, the indigenous people of our country. We need representation. We don't want people to come and say, we're going to represent you and we're going to represent you. And then when it comes time to representation, you see no one. No, we don't want that. We want to see real representation.
So we're talking about discrimination or representation. I'm trying to understand, what are we talking about here? And what are the facts that are being uncovered here? So we want the PNC. Tell them you want the PNC, man. Just tell them you want the PNC for run. Is it a fact-finding mission or is it an election campaign? I thought the intentions were these people, whoever they are to come and find some facts of complaints they received. But this looks like an election campaign.
We want to see our communities develop just as the communities on the coastline. We want equal education and we want...
They want equal education? This way. I can't make it anymore. Let me go through. Watch me. The people, watch. This is the people where they're taking facts from.
Minister resigned from being a minister and also as a member of parliament. So I would like to let you know, we came out, people in Georgetown, people from Linden, in terms of the fight for the young Ambrinian girls. That story went haywire, but that's another story. A question, sir.
The story went haywire? The minister is no longer minister. The minister resigned. A case was never brought against the minister. The young lady come out and spoke that she don't want to be a part of nobody setting shit. They got to show the people the evidence. You got to bring facts. If you're fact finding, facts have to be presented. However, the young lady come and change the whole story. The story changed and she come and say that people were telling her to do this and all. She said.
Good night. Members of the panel, welcome to Ghana. Guyanese here. I want to...
So did anybody get this by he deputy meds? So they gave him medication before he went in. Good night, members of the panel. They find in fact from this madman.
Talk about the economy, the way it's structured.
So is the economy now? You got an understanding of the American economy? The Venezuelan economy? You know about the Venezuela, you can talk about the Venezuelan economy? How our economy is structured? This man can talk about, this man even know who cut the fucking brakes line. And he come to the fact find, present himself to some fact finding mission for talk about economy. Man, watch, like call it today. Like, I can't make it. I can't yeah, I want to talk about the economy. He know who cut the brakes line. If confusion and circus was a thing and a place, it would have been this fact-finding mission. Here, I rest my case. Keep it real. Peace out.